Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Trailside Dukes. We are rocking and rolling with the Emorys, our cool friends. Hope you enjoy the show. Corey.
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm great. Let's rock.
Okay. Mike Emory. Mike and I used to teach together a long time ago, and this is his famous son, Caleb, one of our biggest fans. Welcome to the show, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
It's great to be on, guys.
Whoa.
Good evening.
I'm
is
like
this?
drinking a martini here.
Right.
How about that?
Okay, Živeli.
So,
Yes.
That's Croatian.
Last time we did a taste test.
Mm-hmm.
What do you give? I don't know. What flavor do you have there?
I think it's an 8.3.
What's
the drink?
What's the flavor, though? Do you know?
It's, watermelon.
I have the watermelon, too.
Oh.
And you gave it an 8.3?
Yeah.
Not a 7.
No.
Better be some damn fine watermelon.
I'm giving it a 7.8.
Okay.
Yeah.
you go with the points, guys.
Watermelon.
So let's move into some NFL action. Guys, do you guys have a team?
Who's your guys' team? What do you got, Mike? You
Eagles.
got a team? You're
Yeah,
you're an
Eagles
Eagles
fan.
guy.
Philly.
Okay.
Did you watch the game?
No, I didn't much.
Okay, I know you're not. Whatever.
Sound like a real fan, Mike.
Yeah.
What about you, Caleb? Are you an Eagles fan because your dad was an Eagles fan? Are you a Cowboys fan?
You bet your ass I am not a Cowboys
Oh,
fan.
okay.
Football is one of those things just on the side for me.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
Yeah.
Spent a lot of time at Perkins growing up, so always watching the Packers, always rooting for the
Oh,
Packers.
yeah.
So,
Super
that's
Bowl.
where I tend to lead.
Go Pack, go.
Okay.
Yep.
I like your style, Caleb.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Some other interesting things in the NFL opening weekend, right? Like
Yeah.
Cincinnati, Joe Burrows didn't have a great game. You know what I mean?
Started him in fantasy. That was
So
a
did I.
fluke.
He's my fantasy quarterback
Really?
too. Yeah.
Well, he's benching this week.
We have Baker Mayfield, and he got like 30-something points.
He's going to be good this year.
Well, that's why we drafted him.
He's good. He's
Yeah.
going to be good. I think he's going to be
Yeah,
okay.
he might get the start this weekend. We'll see.
Honestly, there was probably 3 or 4 games out of the ones I saw where it actually looked like NFL football.
Right.
Week 1, you don't know what you're gonna get. Like it's
kinda
all
like
the
going
other
to
all the other games were like I've seen better. Our kids play better high school football games. JV and varsity going up through the years
That
better
might be
than
a
that week 1 NFL stuff.
Might be a
Just
small
saying.
stretch, but
Yeah, I'm not. No,
Right.
that is a spectator. Are we ready to go into I'm mad?
I guess
I am
so.
upset about the performance of some of these NFL dudes.
okay.
Come on.
What about Tyreek Hill? Mike, you brought him up earlier.
No, he should have rolled down the window.
All right.
Okay.
Well, so they had the international game for the Packers, right? You were talking about
Yep.
down in Brazil.
Really?
Right? And then, so they do all these international games. Well, after week 1, I didn't know this, but I had heard that the Giants and the Panthers will be playing over in Germany.
Okay.
Really?
Well, yeah, and so, yeah, have fun
Spreckens-
with that one. Germany is now considered that as a declaration of war because of the 2 teams that they're going to have to try to watch over there. I think it's kind of funny. Giants got smoked. Panthers got
Let's
absolutely
face
crushed.
it. The reason NFL is doing this is all about money. There's no other reason, right? So, you know,
Well, it's going to start an
Brazil-
arms race with Germany.
Brazil buys a bunch of jerseys, this and that, plus TV, right? The TV contracts are huge. So
I think Brazil is still partying down there. They were partying through the weekend after that game. And I was
Wouldn't
like, that
you?
wasn't, well, like,
you wouldn't have come back. You'd still be there.
If you got to experience American football somewhere else, I think you would still be partying.
Yeah, why not?
still not impressed with
You
the
might
people.
even get a Brazilian.
Are we talking about like a wax or
Polish
You know what a
that.
Brazilian is?
Yeah.
well, I mean, there's a couple different.
Get the runway.
There's a couple
boy.
different. Let's just move on.
Okay.
Personal hygiene's off
Should we
limits.
jump into the Carol Corner?
Well, let's do. We're talking football, right?
We're talking
So,
football.
All right, let's do Carol Corner.
Okay. So
What do you got? How'd they do?
Well-
Week 1.
Okay.
Let's go.
Wow.
Oh,
He's kind of excited.
Let's
He's-
get
I-
into
he's
it.
still
hear it.
mad.
We
The
wanna
closer
hear
we
it.
get to homecoming, I'm getting excited. We're all going to be there. Mike's
That's
going to
next
be
week,
there.
yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Let me start from the beginning. So the first night game in the history at Carroll, they put stadium lights up.
Right,
and so
it was a
first
night game.
First game on the new field. So they took out the grass, put in turf. It was packed. There was not an empty seat in the house.
That's
it was
awesome.
it was a record attendance, 5,800 people.
Wow.
Tailgating was awesome. I had family from Calgary come, my sister, her husband, plus her
think Brian was
son-in-law
over there and stuff, right?
and his son. So that was from my side of the family, and then good friend, pretty much family, Brian and his wife and their older son RJ, who shares the same birthday as Jack. Pretty cool. And then we had Jess's sister. We had her aunt and uncle from Arizona. We had a huge
Holy cow,
crew.
it's a family
Super
reunion,
fun.
week one,
Right.
under the lights.
Super fun. And the atmosphere was amazing. So, again, like to start the game, we had 2 turnovers, a block punt. So we were down 21 points in the second half, and we came back. Came back within 8 points. We got a 2-point play to make it 8. And then there was like just under 4 minutes left. Tech has the ball. They drive it to midfield. They get a 4th and 5, right? You would think
Defense is standing them up.
you would think they're punting, right? It's 4th and 5.
Sure, we're
2
gonna have
minutes
another
left
shot,
in the
right?
game. They line up and punt. We line up and punt. We're trying to block it, I believe, and they
we're going for
throw a pass. The punter pulls it and throws it to like a tight end guy
Is it like over the top or off to the side or something?
over the middle. Just
Oh,
wow.
really?
Wow.
Oh,
The guy
yeah.
took off running down the
Yeah.
So
field.
that's why
Fake
you.
out.
Okay.
So then they get the first down and run
Dang
out
it.
the clock.
Wow.
So we didn't get a chance to, but we clawed back within 8.
made it
Great
again.
showing. You know what I mean? Last year we beat Tech first game of the year, and they ended up making the playoffs, and we didn't. We lost because we played Tech again the last game of the season for
Yeah, the
an
first
actual
game's non-conference.
non-conference.
Yeah, so that's okay.
So if you're gonna lose a game, I guess this is it. And Carroll now has Rocky Mountain College from Billings coming back to Helena. This is a day game, 1:00,
There
and
we go.
I'm excited. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like here we go. Let's go.
Did you talk to any of the guys and about playing under the lights, and did they like it better? Do they like the night atmosphere better, or they're so used to the day game? So I was just kind of wondering.
You know what? So it's a night game. So we didn't finish. The game ended after 9. So after everybody goes on the field, hug it out with Jack, take pictures, and those guys were tired. I haven't talked to any of them. If it was a day game, I interview them and stuff like that. But those guys were exhausted.
Sure.
I was exhausted. It was a long day.
Yeah.
Long
Yeah.
ride over.
Okay. Well, we'll have
Tailgating
to.
by like
I'd be interested in that, so we'll have
noon.
to talk to those guys and see
yeah.
what's
No,
up.
I would like that.
Okay.
Okay.
You going over for the game this weekend?
Heck yeah.
Is
Go
it going to be a
Saints.
night game?
Nope. They don't have any
Absolutely.
more night games scheduled. Here's why.
Okay.
Because
Electricity bill.
you have to have an agreement with the other team. And like
To play at night?
Butte is 45 minutes away, right? So they play a night game. They have a short drive home. All the other Montana,
They gotta stay the
College of
night.
Idaho, if you play a night game, they're screwed. They're staying the night. So all the other athletic
Not our problem.
directors said,
More
"Nope,
money into the
we're playing
city."
1:00 games. So that's all right.
All right.
1:00 games for the rest of the year.
They
and
think
we'll see
I
what
think
happens.
it's because those other schools think
Well,
it's going to
other
be an
sports,
advantage.
other sports play on it too, soccer, all that stuff. So it's a busy schedule, hard for an AD. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
I get it.
Go Saints, baby.
All right.
Should we move on to cool friends?
Let's move on to cool friends.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey.
They're still here.
We're
So we-
here.
They're hanging out with us.
Yes.
I know. I love these guys. So we have Caleb and Mike. We're gonna get to you. As a dad, dads are always in the background now.
I feel like he's more excited about Caleb than you.
I'm here
But
for
I-
Thanks
support.
for being here anyways, Mike.
I want to tell some old stories with Mike and I because we go way back. But
Usually we
Caleb,
ask our guests questions. We don't just...
I know. I have a question.
Reminisce
We're gonna
over
start
the-
with Caleb.
Let's
Caleb.
do it. You've known
Yes,
him
sir.
his whole life,
Since Little Chucker.
right?
Oh yeah, yep. We've got lots of stories about
What kind
Caleb
of
and
questions
Jack running
do you
around.
have for Caleb?
Okay. Well, one of them is like, Jack's quarterback for Carroll, but like Caleb, you remember like running around with Jack doing crazy stuff. You got something in your back pocket you could share.
Funny
So,
story.
some of my best memories walking down to this basement. Me
Fun.
and Jack having
This is
Nerf
the
gun
Trailside
fights and-
Dukes studio, by the way. It's not a basement.
Walking into the basement. Sorry, guys. Trailside Dukes studio.
Yep.
Nerf gun fights, video games, watching the Super Bowl down here. Super Bowl
yeah.
party every year. I mean,
Yeah, fun.
so many good memories.
That's
And,
awesome, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
growing
it's
up,
cool.
Growing up with Jack, same age, you and my dad are friends. It's sort of just there.
Many
All the
good
road
times.
trips we took. Yeah.
Cheers, my man.
Cheers.
So yeah.
Cheers.
Okay.
My cultures.
So sneak
And
that
there-
thing over here.
That's
We'll
just
hook
cool.
you up here.
Spider-Man.
Thank you, sir.
Spider-Man, get him out of here.
Okay, Caleb. Now listen.
Wait, I have. So here's a story. Remember, you got to get back into the.
Well, hang on a second. screen.
Excuse Perka while he's off screen. You didn't like his martini, I guess. It's watermelon martini that he scored over an 8.
He's helping Caleb out. He's getting me a refill. He's giving
I
me the
don't know.
worst refill of all
Yes,
time. This
I
is
don't-
90% head.
Pretty sure he's
a lot
not
of head.
helping you out.
Yeah.
But
Sorry,
remember
Caleb.
when we all worked
That's
at
okay.
Woodland,
Yes.
there was a day near the end of the year where we could bring our kids to work, right? And so we each brought our boys.
Yeah.
And they ran around in the hallway. I think Mike, you probably watched them. Well, maybe you didn't, but they were in your room for about 2 periods. They were over in his room for a couple periods, and then I took them out. And
Little
it was
chuckers.
It's like the day where the kids do the
Bring your kid to work.
dancing and all that stuff.
bring
Like
your
for the kids at school, it's
Kids
like
run
end
free
of the year
day.
party,
Yeah.
kind of thing. You were doing karaoke in the lunchroom
Why
or
not?
something. You were in
Nice.
charge of karaoke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think you were. I don't know what you were doing.
I don't remember,
you
man.
Probably had some rocks out.
You know
and
what? I bet
stuff
you were
and, like,
outside doing hot dogs with Jess Burger.
Hot
You
dogs?
remember when we used to do those
Get your
grill
hot
days?
dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still do something like that.
Yeah, fun.
Wow.
But yeah, you three were running around. You probably don't even remember because you were so young. But you,
Running,
Jack,
no.
and Kobe were running around the hallways
Terrors.
and throwing the football and stuff.
That is awesome.
3 or
I
4
love
year
that
olds.
so much.
That's funny.
So, Caleb,
What's up?
since high school, I'm super proud of you, man. I would like you to just
Thank
talk
you.
about your journey and, dude.
What are you doing? What are
Yeah.
you?
True.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
share with the fans.
I picked up a trade when I first went into high school, got offered a job painting homes. So all throughout high school, learned how to paint homes, and I eventually led a crew of people while I was in high school, while I was painting homes. So getting out of high school, COVID just hit. I was planning on going to college maybe before that. So I thought the world was ending.
Yeah.
I figured I'll do what I know how to do, make a little money on the side. So that summer I was just painting homes, actually helped out a guy you guys know, Justin Taylor.
Yep.
He paints homes on the side during the summer. So
Yep.
he sort of took me under his wing and showed me this is how I do this. And, this is how you bid out jobs. And, from there on, I just started my own company, and it's been a journey since, just learning everything that school didn't teach me. So yeah, it's
You
awesome.
think about the leadership skills you just talked about, the business side, right? Like you're buying supplies, you're marketing, you're doing all the bidding. Dude, that's not easy.
Running a company is okay. Starting a company is the hard part. Running the company, actually learning how to do that stuff, that's the challenge.
Yeah.
Anyone could go out and start it. It's just learning how to do all the boring, nominal bullshit that business owners have to do.
Yeah.
I'm sure even with the podcast, you guys have to edit.
Oh.
You guys have to market. You guys have to
Well, let's
do
not
merch,
go.
right?
You don't say
No,
you
come on.
guys. I mean, it's pretty much.
All Corey
It's
right
pretty
here,
much
but,
me, and then if Callie wants to hop in, I let her do it. And I'm like,
He's the
okay,
producer.
yeah.
He's the producer.
And what else?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a lot of hats.
So
That's
do you
okay.
do you have a funny story, something that at work or dealing with
Tell
somebody?
us a funny painting story, like you painted the wrong house or something. Like how? Or
I
not.
walked into the wrong house the other week. I'm gonna
Yeah,
be honest.
there
They
we
told
go.
they told me just walk right in, and my Google Maps led me to the wrong house. So I walk in and I go, "Hey, painter." No one answers. I hear a dog bark in the backyard. Keep walking around. I'm like, check on my phone again. Yep, led me to the wrong house. So
Oh, geez.
hightail it out of there. I'm not telling you where the address is. I mean,
No,
no one's
no.
gonna know about that. But
No.
that was
Well, you just shut the door and you're
just
out.
shut the door and
right?
I'm
Shut
out.
that
Right?
door.
They didn't have a
No.
ring, so you're still safe.
It happens.
And you almost ended up like Tyreek.
Oh boy.
Almost.
That is funny.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I like it.
Yeah, besides that, painting is pretty low stress, which I like. Just put in some headphones and get to go to work. Climbing ladders is exercise, like running around carrying a bunch of heavy 5-gallon buckets of paint. It's not as super high stress as like building fences and teaching. Yeah, that's
Teaching?
pretty high stress, right? But yeah, it's I like
Good
it. I
for
like
you,
it a lot.
man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Hey,
Awesome.
and you just made a big acquisition for transportation, both that you can use for recreation and work, right?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that.
So the IRS knows that I have a work van, right? And this work van is used to primarily transport all of my work equipment needed to get the ladders around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they let me use that work van. My company lets me use the work van during the wintertime to go and travel. So I actually converted the inside of this van to have a diesel heater, have a fridge, store all my food, bed, all that stuff. And
Yeah.
took it out last winter on a 4,000-mile road trip. Hit 15 different resorts. And
For marketing, right?
For marketing, I handed out a card at every
Yep.
single
Yeah.
bar I hit.
Why
I
not?
promise you,
There you go.
IRS,
Throw it into
is
the fishbowl,
it's all
maybe
a
we get a
legal
free
write-off.
lunch.
So now planning on doing
awesome.
the same thing this winter. So any
Badass.
suggestions you have for me, any resorts that are on the Icon Pass up in BC, I would love to hear.
Are there
Okay,
any
now you're
BC?
speaking my language.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
know nothing about painting, but I can talk about resorts.
I would love to hear it, guys. I
Okay.
need your input.
Fernie.
I went to Fernie last year, and that
Okay.
was my favorite resort. They
Nelson.
got an 85-centimeter storm right before
When
I
you-
went there. I went through the
Wow.
magic tunnel,
He was
and it was
even
just
converting
snow.
it into metrics.
That's awesome.
for
85
our-
centimeters. I had to think about that. I'm
Canadian
like, yeah, that's
friends.
about 3 feet for us U.S. listeners.
There
So,
we are.
and then Nelson, yep, going up to Whitewater. I hit 3 days there last winter. They aren't on the Icon Pass, unfortunately, but
Is
did
Revelstoke?
Nelson is always so. Revelstoke
Revy
is.
Okay, so
oh
you,
yeah.
if you could go up to Revelstoke, there's a bunch of ski hills. You got Kimberly, Panorama.
Yep.
I would go right up there. There's hot springs all over
Right
there.
up
There
the
we
gullet.
go.
Radium.
Hot springs.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'll have to
Do the
check it
springs.
out.
hit
Definitely.
Revelstoke.
I want to.
Where's that? There, Ainsworth on the way to Revy.
The Cave Hot Spring. I
yeah,
love that
yeah,
one.
hit that one.
That's close enough for us to day trip, honestly. If you're determined
Yes.
enough, going
We
up to
should go
Ainsworth
right
is
now.
super fun. I would love to.
Like, take our martinis on the road.
Hey, there are
right?
24-hour border crossings.
Okay. All right.
You can get us
After
across
the
that.
show?
or are
There we
you
go.
banned for a little while?
I'm not banned. I'm Canadian.
I know.
Yeah, I got free access. I know.
Free?
Free.
Just wave you right through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
We'll hide him in the back.
Right.
There we go.
Back of the van.
Okay, so Caleb, I know I prompted you. We're going to get to that. We're going to talk Mike a little bit, but we
good.
definitely
Oh, wow,
wanna-
Mike, welcome to the show.
I know. We gotta get-
Hey, it's
Let's-
really great
let's
to
hear
be
it from
here.
Zach.
Here, let's go.
Well, a big reason
The
that
maker.
Caleb is a superstar. I mean, it's all his own journey, but he's got an awesome mom and dad. We have
yeah.
Dad here. So, Dad, how are you?
Living the dream.
Living the
Living
dream.
the dream.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we could talk about a lot of stuff here, Mike, but like you and I have had many adventures.
20 years of adventure.
I know. Mike is a big geologist, huge geologist, and so when we'd go on these educational, like summertime, take a class, get credits. You know, I taught science, and I was into science, but not as much as Mike. This guy knows a plethora of stuff about geology. And Mike, is there an adventure that pops in your head? Something we can safely share with the listeners?
Bits and pieces of many, yes.
Right.
Oh, gosh.
How about we tell him the story of when we
Why,
went
this
to
is his
Pocatello?
story.
Tell him the story when we went to
Oh.
Pocatello.
Yeah, that was a learning experience. So,
Gary,
We're all about teaching
Fiscus.
people life lessons here, and
we
I feel
went-
like we have a life lesson coming.
we went to a Science Teachers Association conference down in Pocatello. So there's like 4 or 5 of us from Coeur d'Alene, flew down to Salt Lake, rented this Santa Fe, Hyundai Santa Fe, or whatever it was, and drove up there. And then we had a vehicle, right? So we would go to the classes or whatever and pick up some cool stuff. But it was the outside of the actual conference experiences that were the most educational. So
Right. I
Very
bet.
true.
I bet.
in 3
Like,
days,
hey, watch this.
in 3 days, we put like 1,400 miles on that.
we drove around Southeast Idaho.
Oh,
We
dude.
checked out
Wow.
cool stuff.
We were over to Arco, the craters of the moon, and then
Okay.
coming back, I got pulled over for going like 90 on the highway. But shit, I mean,
No
it was-
Hyundais go that fast.
well, neither did I until he threw the lights on, and then he let us go, right? Because we were there for educational purposes, and then we went out and explored. Where was that? Hell's Half Acre out there
Yeah.
in those fields. We were riding along and came upon some some workers that were picking potatoes in the field and watched them cook their
They were
lunch
having a
on
party.
a manifold
They were finished
of the
work.
Wow.
truck.
They were having a
Wow.
party out
Yeah.
there. Yep, migrant workers partying, and they were cooking their potatoes on the manifold.
Yes,
and
I'll never forget that.
we were just a bunch of
Wow,
white
how
dudes
cool.
just driving by, cruising by, and it was
Yeah.
pretty amazing to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'd worked hard out there, and they were having a little siesta.
Oh God, what else?
Fiesta.
So Randy Fiskus was with us.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
then they went. He had to walk home, or no, he fell off the sidewalk. Remember, because you're the one that picked him. That green someplace
Yep,
place. I
yep.
can't remember the name. And then the next day,
But remember when we drove
Oh,
over by
yeah.
lava and
Oh,
we were
I'm-
up in
that's-
those hills? You
I'm-
got to tell that.
all right, so we go.
This is still in the Hyundai.
Yes,
All right, you're
same
up in
trip.
the hills.
to Lava Hot Springs,
Okay,
right? So
great
we're going
place.
to Lava Hot Springs. So we turn off there, McCam, and go. And I'm looking. I've got this map, this Delorme's Gazetteer. So we're looking for, like, you could see the outcrops of rocks on the way in. We're looking
Tell them
for.
what kind.
It was like some granites, and it was
Granite.
some limestone. So we're looking for fossils and crystals
Oh, yeah.
and stuff. And I'm like, hey, that looks like a good place over there. Let's go.
I
So
could
we-
just tell by the rock formation.
By the way the sun is glistening
Yes.
off
So we took off and we
prisms
look
everywhere.
we look
Oh,
at the Delormes. So we go to follow that, and our buddy Gary was driving, and I was the shotgun co-pilot reading this map. So I'm like, turn here. So we turned because it was the road, but we didn't know the road went through the front of this farmer's property.
Private.
the nice.
So we
We
go.
didn't know.
We did,
just
and it's
go.
not marked. So we blasted through that, and then there was this area where you couldn't really tell where to go. So what we found is the fence was knocked over, so we drove over the fence that was down, trying to get to those rocks.
Right.
So we got up
You
there,
gotta
and,
get to the rocks.
and then we were like, wow, this is a little more difficult. So we stopped, and then we looked back, and this truck is hauling ass up through the field with a
He
dust
probably
cloud.
thinks you busted through his fence
With a dust-
rocking 90 in a Hyundai.
With a dust cloud, man. And he came up on us. And this dude jumped out and had this fucking.
He had a
this-
gun?
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
And he
that-
came up and he's like, "What the hell are you boys doing here?"
He was mad.
Yeah, he could be on our I'm Mad segment coming up
Well,
soon.
and then he hears this. Well, sir, we're just looking at rocks.
Nose, how do we get up there? Yeah.
We're just trying to get to the rocks.
Don't you boys know you drove over my fence? And I was like, I didn't see any fence there. It was and then he was pissed, and Gary was doing his best to like dissuade him from discharging that firearm. And then I showed him the map. I'm like, look, right here. See this road? This is this one. And he's like, yeah. He said, but you should have known better. But anyway,
We got out
Should've
alive.
known better.
We got out
Not out
alive.
alive.
Did you get
That's
to the
what matters.
rocks?
no, we went to the
We,
hot
we
springs.
got out of there. We said,
You
see you
gotta
later,
get
sir.
left.
You're like, that's
Sorry.
enough stress.
We
We'll
were
soak
out.
it out.
We were out.
But we laughed the whole way back because
Yeah.
it was
Now
sort
you
of
have
funny.
a great story to remember the rest of your life, right?
Every time I drive by that, I think about that
You
same
think,
thing.
like, I didn't
Like
get
oh,
shot.
the spring break, I showed him where it was at on our way
yeah?
out of lava. I was like, see
yeah?
that road
That's
right there?
where we
those
almost
rocks?"
died.
That's funny.
That's the
I
second.
didn't know Perka was there for this story though. That makes
yes.
it even better.
I was there.
Even
Him
better.
and Randy were in the back seat.
Yep. Laughing the whole time. Craziness. Crazy.
Yeah.
Funny.
Okay.
Well, we'll ask both you guys at the same time here, wrapping up Cool Friends. Any life philosophies or something, some kind of MO you guys like to live by?
So what do you want?
A life philosophy.
Caleb, why don't you go first?
Some people have a quote, some people have a saying, or just
Yeah.
could just be like your thing, like whatever.
Yeah.
Do unto others.
I like it.
I mean, it's worked for thousands of years. That's what I say. That's my.
So at
message.
our school we call it the platinum rule, not the golden rule. It's not like just treat others like
And you're taking it
you
up a
want,
notch.
like you want to be. It's treat others like they want to be treated. You
Yeah.
kind of flip it and go like, dude, would somebody like really want to be treated like that? So platinum rule is fun. I
Respect
like it.
given is respect earned.
Yeah.
That sort of stuff.
I like your
You're
style.
trying to get the kids to think it's not all about me. It's
Yes.
about me and everybody else that I'm connected to.
I like that, Mike. Caleb, you got one?
I think I got one, Tony.
Okay.
You sprung this on me right before we got on recording, so I've had a few minutes to think about it.
Okay.
And pertains to my life a lot as a snowboarder. Whenever you're going through the trees, right? You need to focus on everything but the trees. If you focus on the trees, you're going to hit the trees. As you're weaving through trees, weaving through life, focus on that gap.
That's awesome, man.
Get
I love
through.
that.
Get through that gap.
Cool
Nice.
metaphor.
Oh yeah.
It's a cool metaphor. You stare at the tree, you're gonna hit the tree.
Oh, yeah.
What's your aim in life?
That's it. There's a lot of
Okay.
trees in life. Can't be hitting those trees, Tony.
That's right. I love that.
Oh yeah.
I've hit a tree.
Okay.
Now I've hit a tree too. It does not feel good. So, yeah.
Nope. It does
Negative.
not.
I have not hit a tree scan.
Mike,
You are
have you
lucky,
ever
man.
hit
They
a
don't
tree?
move.
Not
They do
hard.
not move.
No,
a
I've
tree.
hit the ground a few times though.
Okay.
On this shoulder, yeah. And now that's
Feel it still.
I do. The nerves are messed up. So
What about mountain biking at Priest Lake and you got whacked by something and freaking you got a eye infection?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I wore
that was
glasses.
like, wasn't that last summer or something?
No,
That was
that's
a long
been
time
a
ago.
Oh,
while
was-
ago.
Years
Oh.
ago.
Yeah,
I've heard this story. When I started
gotta wear
mountain biking, I
glasses.
heard you got,
gotta
you
wear
got
that
whacked by
changed all that. Yes,
Maybe
Went
you were
off.
the one that told me it.
went off the trail. It was wet after it had rained, and the tire,
Yeah, you
was sort of
slid a little
slick, and
bit.
I
Lot of
bounced
roots.
off that rock. The front end went up, and then when it came down, it went off, and I went over, and those, how Upper Priest, the trail is up there. There's logs everywhere, so
Oh,
I went
yeah.
down, and it like caught me right there under the eye. It poked me in the eye, and then
And now you have a glass eye.
you want to see me take it out?
Yes, show everyone, please.
Freaking Popeye. Okay. Okay.
Well, should we move on to one of our fans' favorite segments, right? Caleb, you're probably you're one of our biggest fans, right?
You know it.
Yeah.
You know it.
Is this one of your
Yes.
favorite segments?
This
I'm mad.
Why don't
is
you
my favorite segment.
why don't you bring us into I'm Mad?
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore!
One thing I am mad about is why does carbon break so easily on mountain bikes, but it's so much more expensive, right? It is lighter, but is the weight worth the money?
What happened to you recently?
Yeah, why are you mad about that?
I'm mad because I cracked my carbon frame. I am
Oh.
absolutely furious.
Sucks.
Warranty didn't
You-
cover it.
come
Nothing
on,
covered
you
it.
don't
Just
sound
had
like
to
you're
buy.
that mad.
Had to buy.
Get into it.
He's
Let
mad.
the fans know.
He's mad.
See, I'm okay. I'm
He's
half
a mellow
mad now.
dude.
how did it break?
I'm half mad because I already got the new part. It already came in. So not that mad anymore.
Right.
It broke in the lamest way possible. I wish it was something cool. I wish it was me going off a
coulda just
jump.
totally
I
made up a
wish it was
story.
me.
Yeah.
Nope, I'm going to be truthful
Yeah.
with the Trailside
All right.
Dukes audience. You know,
That's
right.
guys, hey, be careful whenever you're taking your carbon bike off of a bike rack. It's brittle. It's brittle. You can literally just hit it on a corner, metal, something like that, and
Bang.
That was
there
it.
you go. And that's it.
That's
yeah.
how you did it.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being honest
Yeah,
about that.
I could have said I was doing something cool, but
Yeah.
This sounds like a warranty thing. Like if you're
But
just
hey-
taking it off the rack.
yep. So
Did you look into this?
Yep, warranty told me it looks like it wasn't hit on the rack.
Oh.
And I go, dude, I just told you what happened. What do
Yes.
you mean? You can't prove it wasn't hit on the
I'm
rack.
getting mad.
Yeah. And it took them a week to get back to me. And then they charged me money for the new part. And it's finally here, so it's okay. But
What
yeah,
was the bike?
it's an Intense Primer.
Intense are
275,
good
so
bikes.
I like Intense, right? They just had their 30-year anniversary it was last summer actually.
Who
So
did you talk to and where were they located?
Southern California. I tried calling them. They wouldn't answer. I left voicemails.
Yeah.
They didn't call me back. It was finally an email. So it was disappointing, you know?
Interesting.
Okay, but you've
Customer
moved on.
service opportunity.
Now you got the new
intense.
part, but you also told me you kind of got something else.
Oh, yeah. I came across, I got sad when I broke my bike.
For
naturally,
sure.
right?
Yes.
So first thing I did was hop on Facebook Marketplace, started looking for a new bike. And I came across, it was 2 hours after the guy posted it, older Santa Cruz downhill bike. Nice bike, just needed brake spled, hadn't been ridden in a few years, and guy was asking, $650. Picked it up for $350. Heck of a steal,
Dude,
if I'd
that's
say so.
awesome.
Yeah,
Tell,
and
tell him about the shocks.
shocks.
Downhill bike, right?
So you know how
Wow, you're really excited about this.
I know.
This is supposed to be the I'm Mad segment, Tony.
no
Well,
dirt
we were
bike
mad
forks?
for
Have you
a
ever
bit.
seen some flipped forks, the upside down forks, like on dirt bikes?
Okay.
Right? They just put these heavy,
So
heavy
you got some
forks,
massive suspension on there,
huge
right?
front forks on there, and it makes the bike like 55 pounds. Heaviest
Okay.
bike I've ever ridden. Heavier
Yeah.
than an e-bike.
Keeps you
Yeah.
grounded so you don't
But
end
if-
up like your dad with the glass eye.
That's it. If you're riding downhill, it is a fun bike. So I got
So
to.
you ride at Schweitzer a lot.
Yep, I ride the lower trails at Schweitzer.
Love the
and
lower trail.
Got to ride the upper trails 2 weekends ago with that Santa Cruz, and it was just kicking ass the whole time.
Have you taken it on can course?
I am not going to pedal that thing up can course.
Okay.
That's a pusher.
But the lower,
More than a peddler,
the
that's a
lower,
pusher.
So how are you doing the lower basin in Schweitzer?
Yeah, that's a grind.
Are you climbing that?
Are you serious? I've never climbed that thing a day in my life.
You're just
shuttle up to the
So
top.
he doesn't like to
You're
go.
shuttling.
Okay.
Ready? I'll
Okay.
All right, You
drive.
don't like to put in the work. We get it.
I'm not putting in that work, guys. I'm more of
heavy
a
bike.
downhill guy.
I
right?
climb ladders
Even with
all
the
day. Why
antennas.
do I need to climb a mountain?
That's it, right? I go
I
out
get
there
it.
to enjoy
Caleb, we're
myself.
gonna get
Get
you
it.
doing the uphill.
We're gonna get you even
I'll
more
do
mad
can
about
course.
not
I'll do can
biking.
course with you
We're
any
gonna
day
start
you want.
climbing.
Okay. Okay.
But
Huh?
you know,
I love the uphill as much as the downhill.
you're crazy for that.
I know.
I don't.
Why would you like the 45-minute sweating,
love that.
treacherous?
Dude, it's
the
great workout.
Give me that
It's because
5
he's
minutes
following
downhill.
me and he's looking at.
Your butt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You like
Wow.
that climb.
Wow. Okay. Now I'm not mad. Mike, you got anything you're mad about?
Oh, just a little bit. Every
Okay.
day
Really?
I hear this. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh,
so
bring
not
us
naming
something
the
good.
place or whatever, but our local district has privatized the food lunch program, and I'm all for saving money and stuff, but there should we feel, and the students feel, and some parents feel that the quality of the product is not reflected in the price that's being paid. So any savings that this district might be getting is more than offset by the crappy food that's being served.
That's a bummer,
So
man.
people are eating this or choosing not
They
to
have
eat
no
it? Or
choice.
like if
Well,
the
you
kids
can
are
bring
hungry,
a
that's
lunch.
it, right?
Unless your parents pack your lunch, that's what's there. And the prices have not dropped, but the quality of the product, since they're no longer the lunch ladies making the stuff at school. I mean, it wasn't
So
like
there's no lunch ladies smacking up the sloppy joes
No,
for you.
they're
right?
feeling
Food
like-
shipped in and then they just warm it up?
and then
Throw
we've
it in
been
the
warming it up,
microwave.
dude. The pizza's it's horrible,
no.
guy. I mean,
That
I'm
sucks.
Tell
just-
us like
I'm
they
mad.
just. Are there even any lunch ladies, or is it just like stuff
Well,
set
there's
out?
gotta
And
be
the
some.
kids
Yeah,
just
they've
like,
got-
or,
so there
or
used to be-
Is a lunch lady just a server now?
she just runs the register. And
That's
then-
it. So
and
she's
they
a
sit there.
cashier.
Yeah,
It's not even a lunch lady.
exactly. They don't make
It's a
this
cashier
stuff.
during lunch.
It went down in a bad way, and I get the saving the money, but they're very concerned about the voters and
Yeah.
being
We don't
fiscally
have to get into all
responsible.
that
Yeah,
stuff.
I know. You know
It's
what
a
I'm
whole
saying.
nother can. Okay.
Sucks.
We don't have enough space on my card to record that, but
But you know what I'm
Well,
saying.
Yes.
hey, funding public schools, like,
it's a big deal.
we can be mad about that. Like,
Make sure you
come on.
vote.
There we go.
Damn it.
Mike needs something more than a half-baked chicken
He's
sandwich.
mad. He's
Yeah.
mad.
I
don't blame
am
you.
because
I
I,
don't
know
blame you.
these kids eat that stuff and then they wonder, oh, why can't they stay awake? Why do they feel like they do? I mean, as a 14-year-old
Yeah.
man, you get 3 crusty ass nuggets, and they don't even have like French. It's terrible, dude. It's
That
like
sucks.
these nasty nuggets.
What about the breakfast? Is the
What-
breakfast any better?
I don't even go in because
No.
I just don't want to see it.
Do you remember when we started teaching at Woodland and the cheese yummy?
Yeah.
Dude, the cheese yummy. Did you ever
Everybody
have any
loves the
cheese
cheese
yummies?
yummies. I had a lot of chicken
Oh,
sandwiches.
Yes, I
I
see
had a
that.
lot of chicken sandwiches, no windows.
We don't have
Right.
chicken sandwiches anymore,
They don't even have those.
No
Those
burgers.
were good every once in a while.
dude. They have veggie wraps. So there's this wrap that's like got 4 layers of plastic wrap on it. So trying to unwrap that thing, I was like,
By the time-
hold my tray. I can't get the damn thing out.
How's he feel about the lunches?
Oh, you're lucky he's not here. Because talk about a dude that's
mad.
fired up. He's
Oh.
mad.
Nutrition's important.
Well, exactly. And the company, I think, that runs it they're profit based, right? So they're not really looking at like the nutritional needs of the kids.
No, it's
They're-
what
they're-
can we get them to
for
fill
the
them
cheapest.
up for the most amount of
these
money that
bleached
we could get.
freaking carrots, right? They throw out a big bowl of bleached carrots, a couple heads of broccoli all torn
That
up,
sucks.
and
It's like feeding cattle.
it is, yeah. And
For
it's
pigs.
like
Dude, public school
cucumbers
should not
with
be
cinnamon
like
on
that.
it. You ever had diced cucumbers with cinnamon sprinkled on it?
What's
Hold on.
that?
You know what
Set of
cucumbers
those?
are?
Well, I know, but I've never seen this.
Neither
I've
have
never
I. I
what's-
thought it was apples, and I get a big scoop,
Get
and
a
I'm
big-
like, "Oh God, what is this?" And I couldn't finish it, man. I was
sucks.
These
that,
sound.
that
Mike,
set me off.
That
This sounds
sucks.
like these are science experiments. You should be enjoying these.
I should
way.
be recording what's going on.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll bring
it's
it up
not
with the
bad.
appropriate individuals during our next meeting.
When it comes to kids, it shouldn't be about. I mean, I get it, profits, but it sucks, man.
It does, because a lot of these kids, there's food insecurity in our district that people do
Yeah.
not really understand.
Right.
You know?
And I would say in that school,
Oh yeah,
definitely not just. I mean, there's other schools too, right, that would have this same problem
Yes.
in different areas of town. But
yeah.
I remember seeing it there.
And-
There's some of them aren't well off.
Well, Mike, I work at a small district, right? We're a one school district, and we have lunch ladies, and they cook it there, and we facilitate when kids are hungry and need a snack. We've worked it out with our school because we're an at-risk alternative school. Kids can get snacks during the day.
Yeah.
'Cause
Mike, you need to go over to his school during your lunch, is what it sounds like.
I do. I need Pam back.
They don't have any wraps.
They-
They don't have cucumbers with cinnamon.
Coeur d'Alene's a good district. They'll figure it out. Maybe this is just a one-year experiment. I don't know.
I'm hoping so.
Yeah. No, maybe they can solve it before. the end of
Well,
the
here's
year.
what
I
I'm
hope
saying.
so.
They don't have enough people buying the product. I don't see how that company is going to make
Right.
the profit, right?
Yeah.
So,
Ooh, you're gonna
I mean,
take the kids on strike.
Yeah.
well, the kids are asking, "What should we do? This sucks. I can't." I mean, you get like
They're hungry though.
the sub's 4-inch, this 4-inch sub.
There's
man.
a 4-inch sub now.
Yeah.
I didn't know they made.
I didn't know they
4-inch
made
sub.
buns that small. It's like a dinner roll.
Hello. Well.
Anyway,
Okay.
So
Yep.
what
Thanks
have
for
you?
sharing.
What are you just bringing your own stuff now for lunch? You don't eat their lunch, do you?
I have to eat like the fruit and stuff like that, right?
Why do you have to?
Because I'm hungry, dude, and I got to get through the day.
Mike's doing lunch duty.
Yeah, I do lunch duty.
So
lunch
that
duty.
was one of the things I was kind of thinking. If
So
you
I'm
do
watching
lunch
those kids.
duty, you basically get a free lunch or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Yeah.
up close and personal,
So
man.
this
you're
is-
not. You're getting it.
I
'cause
take
you're
it
on lunch
personally,
duty.
man.
And you're seeing
You
the
think-
kids
Yes.
eat it.
But you're also trying to make your own economical move here, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll do lunch duty and I get a free lunch. I remember
I'd rather not-
You guys would always do that. You
Yeah,
and Odenthal,
I did.
remember.
I did many years of lunch.
Yeah,
duty.
but that was back when we had lunch ladies actually cooking the stuff.
cheese
That's
yummies.
right.
Love cheese yummies.
That's all
Dude,
remembers.
I long for the
Cheese
days
yummies.
of the cheese yummy, the salad bar.
Oh yeah.
No more salad bar. No
Salad
more
bar
mac
was
and cheese.
good.
Nothing homemade there. No. It's all processed food, prepackaged, brought in. It's like
Wrapped
from an
up with
airport,
saran.
dude.
It
Yeah,
sucks.
airplane food. Anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
So-
I'm sorry, Mike.
Something
you
to be
know.
good. That's something good
Yep.
to be mad about.
Yep. That was a good I'm mad.
I
Those
like
were
it.
a couple good I'm mads.
Yes.
Okay. Well.
Well, one of the things that I found out today is that
Oh,
sometimes people get upset with what we're upset about. You right?
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was mad about. It wasn't even part of the I'm mad segment.
Corey,
was
can I
just mad.
summarize what you were mad about?
Yes.
You went to Silverwood. You were mad about people with wagons because there's so many wagons. You
I don't
can't
even know
walk
why I
around.
went.
And then you were mad because people were cutting lines. They were running right by you. You were mad.
Yes.
And we have a couple clips on YouTube, and Corey's posted those from the show. They're short
Some shorts.
clips.
We got
and
stuff
you've
out
had
there
some
on
interesting
Instagram.
remarks. What
Oh,
is
it's
some
funny.
of them?
There's people like thinking I don't care about children. And
You're
stuff
a
like
kid guy.
I didn't say anything about children, and like I get it, right? Now the thing is that the place that we were at, they haven't changed anything except making more attractions. They haven't changed anything with like the walkways or any of that stuff
Right.
since
It's
I was
the same
a kid. It's the
since
same.
20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
no infrastructure improvements.
Yeah. It's the same
path's
as when
the
I
same
was
width.
a kid, right? And when it was super
Mathematical.
small and all they had was a train.
Mathematical.
Yeah. So, you know,
Dude, you had
stuff's
fun on
gonna-
that train.
I used to. But so there's some of that comes into this thing. So and like I love kids, right?
Of course
I
you do.
coach
You
kids.
coach tennis.
I used to teach.
You're a kid
Like,
guy. You're not against
It's just-
kids.
it's really
You're against
funny.
wagons.
I was against the wagons in that area
Right.
at that time. So, you know, there's
Yeah.
different things, but pretty funny. So the reason I was bringing it up is because sometimes people have ideas they want to throw our way, things
Yeah.
for the show, things they want us to try to drink, and or eat or whatever, we still got to do this tomato juice thing that you're
Oh,
talking
you're doing it.
about.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Ugh.
You're a
V8?
tomato juice guy?
Kind of.
Like,
I
like
like
you'll
tomato
drink a
juice.
Bloody Mary?
Clamato?
Bloody Mary?
V8, dude, that's good.
Yeah, Bloody Mary. Dude, in
You're-
Canada,
Gross.
That's gross.
have you ever heard of a Caesar?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the same as a Bloody Mary, except
Julius?
it's Clamato juice instead of tomato juice.
I went to Caesar's Palace the other day.
You're ADD. Okay.
Well, if you do have anything or any ideas, definitely shoot it out to us. You want to give them our email address? Do you know what it is?
Yes, it's trailsidedukes@gmail.com.
Good job, Tony.
Okay.
Yep. So throw it out our way. If you like what you're hearing, if you like being a listener of the show, please share it with your friends and family. Give us a like, thumbs up, subscribe.
A lot of love
Get
with
in
the
here, get in here,
Trailside
Corey,
Dukes.
come on.
A lot of
Okay.
love.
Oh, yeah.
All
Lots
right.
of merch.
Hey,
Yeah, don't forget about that merch, right,
Yeah.
Tony? I think
I
you have
know.
something to you have
What
something
kind
to
of
tell
merch
us?
we
Shirt
got?
on, but we've got a coaster.
If you want to get
here.
a Trailside Dukes hat, we've got that. We got
There you
coasters. We got bikinis. We got candles. We got all sorts of stuff. We got mountain bike jerseys.
Are you wearing a bikini?
I did
You got to
not
get
know
yourself a
about that.
mountain
Hey, there
bike
we
jersey
go.
there.
I thought you were
Caleb.
going to say mountain bike.
Well,
you guys should
if
get
you
a
wanna be an
Trailside
even
Dukes mountain bike. Well, we
That
have
would be
welding at
awesome.
our
Get
school.
one of
Maybe I'll
those,
get
you'll
the
be an
kids
even cooler friend.
welding up a mountain bike.
There you go.
Are you wearing a
Tony. That's
bikini
new
right now?
project.
I wear it all day, every day. On that note, keep your bikinis on.
Go Saints!